So in this video, we're going to be discussing how to bypass a disabled screen on an iPod 4, 3, 2. Let me actually look at all of the options that it presents. Access is denied. Okay. Yeah, because we already have it up. So yeah, there's options for the iPhone 3G, 3GS, 4 GSM, CDMA, iPad 1, iPod 2, 3, 4. So there's a lot of tutorials out there about using the Gecko iPhone toolkit, and but it's 2024, so most people aren't running fucking Windows 7. So they're gonna try it on Windows 10. It tells them to install a specific iTunes version, but that shit does not work. You need to go back in time for real. You can't use the virtual machine like I have here. Just because I believe with VirtualBox, VMware, and even KVM, there are USB pass-through issues in which it just won't work. So you're gonna need the actual hardware. Luckily, I was able to pick up a $5 shitty ass computer from my local flea market, and I was able to just get Windows 7 running on there. And so, I mean, it looked very similar to this. Obviously, this is just a virtual machine, but you know what? For the sake of this video, we're gonna take it back, and we're gonna use a notepad. I'm gonna tell you what you need to get those devices off of a disabled screen, and also let me actually go back and show you the rest of the toolkit. So, 1 second while it loads. This shit is old as fuck, so it's gonna take forever. The Gecko iPhone toolkit allows you to also read the password. So once you bypass the disabled, you can then read the password. There's also other fixes like fix stuck on Apple logo after installing Cydia. So those are usually just fixes for when you jailbreak. But yeah, and then obviously it's old as fuck, so this web page is not gonna work. But yeah. So yeah, let's take it back for a second. Let's use the notepad how they did in the old videos, and let me show you what you need. So first thing you're gonna need is, of course, the main thing, the Gecko. I spelled that wrong. The Gecko iPhone toolkit. And there's a lot of places you can download it from, but the links don't work because this is the old as fuck software. And so all the links are down. Nobody's paying for that shit to be up no more. Or either Apple took it down or the hosting service took it down. So if you need the toolkit, leave a comment down below. I can give that to you. I can send you a quick MediaFire link. I don't want to put a MediaFire link or something up and then it gets taken down and then it's like, oh shit, well, this video is not useful because the link doesn't work. So just comment down below if you need it and I will send it to you. I'll make a custom link for you. Okay? So next you're going to need a specific iTunes version. So, I mean, actually, before all this, you're going to need a physical machine, not a virtual machine. This shit does not work with a virtual machine. I already tried it. I've tried it Windows 8, Windows 7. This shit don't work because USB pass-through just doesn't work well with Apple devices. So you're going to need a physical machine. Go down to flea market or some computer shop or some shit. Get the cheapest deal you can. Matter of fact, get a laptop. Get a cheap-ass laptop, just enough to run Windows 7, 32-bit. So you're going to need Windows 7, 32-bit, not 64-bit. 64-bit is not going to work. Because this machine right here is actually 64-bit virtual machine. And yeah, that didn't work. So that's the first thing you need is a physical machine. Windows 7, 32-bit. Do not use the VM. You might try to be like, fuck it, I can do it in a VM. No, you can't do it in a VM. It's not going to work. Then you need the Gecko iPhone toolkit. If you need that Windows 7 ISO, you can actually look that up fairly easy. Archive.org actually has some torrents and ISO files that you can download. But if not, just reach out. I can give you one. If you're scared of it having malware or some shit, I'll send you one. Fuck it. So, next, what you're going to need is a specific iTunes version. What worked for me and other people was 11.0.5. Someone recommended 0.5.5, but they don't have that on ispw.me. That's the website where I got the iTunes version from. So yeah, just 11.0.5, just right before 12. Just because apparently higher iTunes version fucks with the drivers and shit for the Gecko toolkit and even jailbreak shit. So yeah, iTunes 11.0.5. Next, you're gonna need Java, specifically JDK 7 Update 2. Now, I'm not sure if any other updates work, but this works. So this is what I'm going with. Java JDK 7 Update 2. And then last thing you're going to need is .NET Framework. And that's going to be 4. So you can see all this shit. I tried a whole bunch of shit. I was really troubleshooting out here. I even tried jailbreaking it, Red Snow, all that. That shit did not work. I don't know what it is. It may have worked on the machine, but all I was trying to do is get past the passcode. That's all that really mattered. So you can see right here the .NET 4, so 4.0, whatever. You're going to want, whenever you download it, you can download it from the Microsoft website. When you download it, you're going to want the 8664. Because the full setup, I don't know why that shit, I believe it's an online installation, so it fetches it from the server. I think the servers are a little finicky just because they're old, so you're gonna have to go with just the full setup. And then another thing, with the Java JDK, you're going to have to make an account with Oracle. There's no other way around it. I mean, you could find the JDK probably on some sketchy ass website hosting old software, but just bite the bullet and fucking give in to Oracle, and they're fucking wanting to boost their numbers and shit, and just make an account. It's easier that way. You know you're getting an authentic JDK installation. So you're gonna have to make an Oracle account. Let me actually add that. I misspelled that. You're gonna have to make an Oracle account in order to download it, and you should be good. So yeah, ispw.me for the iTunes, Oracle account for the JDK. .NET is free. Gecko iPhone Toolkit, ask me for that. Or if you want to find it, you can find it. I mean, I found it. Even in 2024, I found it. And a physical machine. And that's what you need. So, I know this shit works. So, and I don't really have it now. I already have it running. I keep forgetting I have it running. So, I don't have an iPhone that it needs to work on, or an iPod that it needs to work on, because I've already done it. But what you would do is you would go here, you would select what you need, and then let's see, you would click bypass. It will tell you these instructions. Follow the instructions. It's pretty simple. Yeah, so it would actually connect the device in DFU mode, and then once you put it in DFU mode and attach it, it's gonna say a whole bunch of random shit. You're gonna wait until the iPod or iPhone or iPad or whatever device shows a Apple logo with the progress bar at 0. So it's going to be after a spinning wheel, and it's going to show an Apple logo with an empty progress bar. After that, you can close this out, and then it'll tell you this. Don't touch anything. Type N, okay? And then it's going to go through this. And then it's going to keep mux connecting and shit like that. So this is going to pop up. Nothing is going to pop up here because obviously I'm not doing anything, because I don't have any device connected. And this is just going to stay here, I think. But it'll pop up about some local cache or some shit. You're going to type in N and enter. And you actually want to do this pretty quickly, or like when that Apple logo with the progress bar at 0, whenever that pops up, you're going to want to exit the previous prompt, because I almost bricked it by waiting too long. So this is going to go through its thing, and then it's going to ask you about the local cache. You're going to press N, or you're going to type N, enter, and then you pay attention to your iPod or whatever iDevice, and whenever it boots back up, then you can exit out of all this shit, and you should be good to go after that. And yeah, that's how you bypass on these old ass iDevices. If you have any questions, let me know. If you run into any issues, let me know. I don't have anything to test it on because I've already used it. So I know it's kind of a half-assed tutorial video. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.